Alright, time to thread the white. This machine has a pretty complex thread path, but if you have a post-war Japanese machine that's got a similar control layout with a width slider and this lock knob and the big and just stitch length and reverse controls here, because they were pretty clever about being able to change the way this looked from machine to machine in different batches, but they usually kept a lot of the rest of the machine the same. There is a spiral hook here, a spiral hook here, so the thread always travels from the spool through the machine toward the tensioner. And I don't have a manual for this, so I'm just using my expertise on different thread patterns and a little bit of logic. So from the back, rear hook, front hook, and then down through the tensioner. It's got to go around and then all the way back up this slot and behind this metal hook. And then we've got a keeper keeper here, this metal spring, and then there's a keeper hook that provides the spot where the take-up arm pulls against. So we have to get the thread to go down, and you see it just came up from underneath this hook. So back eye, front eye, around the tensioner, behind this spring, under that hook, through this eye, and then there's a guide right here that's a pigtail, so you can just pop the thread in with the spiral. There's a guide right down here on the front of the machine head, and there's a guide on the needle bar next to the needle clamp. And once you've got it through all those guides, you are finally prepared to put it through the needle. So you can see, if you own a Kenmore, all from the 60s or 70s, all of these extra guides will seem familiar, and I don't have a sharp pair of scissors down here right now, so I keep having a not great end. There we go. To pop through that needle eye. And then this machine threads from the outside in like that. The Singer 1591 I had on the bench, I don't remember which side that threaded from. I think that threaded going out. That is one thing. If you have a machine like this that threads sideways, if you put the thread through from the wrong direction, the machine will bind and just break the thread every time. So if you have a machine that you're working with that you don't have the instructions for, and you think you've got it threaded the right way, but it keeps breaking thread when you, like, immediately. It will not put any stitches. It will immediately break the thread, the top thread. Try threading it the other direction through the needle, but only on the sideways machines. Any machine with a front-facing needle eye, you always thread from the front to the back, because they did, when they changed the direction of the needle like that, think and realize that it was going to be basically impossible to thread from behind if you were trying to avoid the presser foot and everything. So, but most of these Japanese machines thread on the needle from this side through to that side of this era. But that's the white 600, and if you have a similar post-war Japanese machine with a whole lot of hooks on it like this, you can try this thread path and see if it works for you.